So in this world of outdoor cooking, there are a few big hitters that everybody wants to tick off their list once you've been doing it a while. And we've done briskets, we've done pulled pork, we've done burgers, sausages, wings. We've done some of those big hitters I'm talking about. But one thing we haven't tried here on the channel yet is over-the-top chili, and that is what we're doing today. It's the perfect wintry dish just for having family over. It's a great weekend kind of get-together dish. It's also a really great big game dish for getting your neighbours over, getting your family and friends over, and watching a big match. So let's get to it. Now, there are three phases to this over-the-top chili we're going to be making, and the first phase is making your chili base. So, over to Studio Pit Wizard to tell you all about that.
Thanks, Alfresco Pit Wizard. So we're going to start by making our spice paste with 3 teaspoons of ground cumin, 2 teaspoons of the hottest chili powder you can handle, 3 teaspoons of smoked paprika, 2 tablespoons of tomato ketchup, a teaspoon of mushroom ketchup, a teaspoon of yeast extract, 3/4 of a teaspoon of ground aniseed seeds, and then stir that all into a lovely spicy paste. Next it's on to our veggies, and you want to chop an onion, crush 4 cloves of garlic. Here's a top tip, just smash them with the back of a knife and look how easily the skins come away. And I'm also a really big fan of how this garlic roller really connects you with the garlic that you're pressing. And then chop a red chilli, seeds and all. I'm using jalapeno here because that's what we had in the house. Chop up a jar of grilled peppers and add about 2 tablespoons of tallow to your chili pot over a medium-high heat. Drop in a couple of 100 grams of pancetta, get that nice and browned. Then in with your onion and a touch of salt. Give that 10 minutes or so, then in with 2 tablespoons of tomato puree. Make sure you really cook that out for another 5 minutes or so to really bring out that sweetness. Then in with your chopped chili, your chopped peppers, and your crushed garlic. Add about half a bottle of red wine and deglaze the pan, scraping up as much of that fond as possible from the bottom, because that is all flavour. Reduce that wine by 3/4 and then add in your rich beef stock and a tin of tomatoes. Let that simmer for half an hour. Add a tin of kidney beans, cook for another 7 minutes to warm them through, and then turn the heat off. And then on to our meat. You want a pound of good sausage meat, a pound and a half of beef mince, ideally 80-20, and then our delicious spice paste, and just really mix them together well, trying not to overwork, but it is important that you incorporate all those spices into all that lovely meat. Then gradually bring that meat together into a ball, and you can put that in a Ziploc bag, pop it in the fridge for a minimum of 4 hours, ideally overnight.
Okay, and with your over-the-top chili base made, it's now time to move on to phase 2, and that is getting your smoker ready, getting your big ball of chili meat on the smoker with your base underneath, ready to smoke. And once again, over to you, Studio Pit Wizard.
Thanks, Outdoor Pit Wizard. And we're going to go with a few chunks of maple wood here to accompany the chunks of hickory we've already got in the hopper from our previous cook. I just think that sweet maple and smoky hickory is really going to work well with this chili. So in with our wood chunks, topping that up with some lumpwood charcoal. Then let's get this Masterbuilt lit. Not forgetting, of course, to pull out our slides. and we're going to set her at about 250 for this cook. Then in with our chili base. Then over the top with our spicy meatball for this over-the-top chili. In with our meter plus probe, and we want to get this to about 145 Fahrenheit before we move on to the next phase. And during that time, all those delicious meat juices are going to be dropping down into our chili base.
And the final phase, phase 3 of the over-the-top chili, is getting that meat and getting that base together in a heavenly flavourful combination, letting that smoke for another couple of hours, adding whatever toppings you go into, some fresh chilies, some sour cream, giving it a taste test. We'll see you for that.
And after about 5.5 hours, this is what we're talking about. And if you're worried that your chili looks a little dry, just add a touch of boiling water, as I am here. Chili! And for a smooth, almost creamy texture with a deep, rich flavour, add a couple of squares of dark chocolate. Then it's back in the smoker for another couple of hours. And when your chili's hot but the weather's cold, you're gonna get some vapour. And this being ground meat, I'll be happy with anything above 170. And we're good to go. Let's get this in some bowls, ready for the big match.
I'm looking forward to this. I can smell the smoke, I can smell the meat. You guys have seen it already. Look at this. We've got the guac on there, we've got sour cream, manchego cheese of course, and a little bit of coriander. So let's give it a taste test. Cheers. It's pretty damn perfect. Smoky, it's hot, especially on a night like tonight. It's really nice and warming. It's got a really nice meatiness to it. And I say that hickory smoke combined with that maple is like a smoky sweetness. It just works absolutely brilliantly. The flavours, I've got to say, you really get that kind of punch of meatiness that's amplified by the aniseed that we put in there in our spice mix. It's meatiness, but it's over-the-top meatiness, as you would expect from over-the-top chili. And as I mentioned earlier, it's the perfect meal to serve at a big game event, and it doesn't get much bigger than the inaugural Netflix WWE PLE. Of course, I'm talking about the 2025 Royal Rumble. 30 men and 30 women in separate matches in an over-the-top battle royal. What could be better than over-the-top chili to celebrate and commemorate that wonderful event? We're currently watching the 2024 Royal Rumble because 2025 is out in a few days' time. We're getting ourselves in the mood, we're enjoying our chili, and we hope you've enjoyed this video too. Thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing to our channel and giving it a like, and we look forward to seeing you next time.